Inflewence here, and today I have Unique Toys FINRA, which is the third Terracon, and this is Sinnertwin. I got this by mistake because I guess the person thought this was TFCs, which is what I'm trying to track down and get. I did get this on AliExpress, but the guy was gracious and gave me a half refund and let me keep it, because I couldn't send it back. It was too much money to ship back to China, which is where I got it from. So I got this for 40 bucks and it's cool, but I'm glad I got it because I was curious about, was I making the right choice? And I think I am with going with TFC, just because I think there's a lot of stuff here that I don't like, and it could be the age of the figures too. There are chugs. They're not masterpiece really, so there's that also. But let's get into it.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
The light accessories. So his head is too small for me, I think, for his body, but show it up close anyhow. You can see his face. It's nice head sculpt, but like I said, I think it's just too small for me, for his body. You have these things for accessories. They're just the tails, but they can fit in his hand, and they're made out of this rubber subscribe type material. It's really soft. I'm afraid this is going to break, but it's really soft, so that might help it not break. I don't know, depending on if this lasts forever. I don't know what type of rubber it is. You have a card, of course, with the tech specs. You also get a puzzle piece. I'm assuming everyone comes with a puzzle piece, and they're all going to make a puzzle at the end, which is fine and dandy. And you have a foot, which I have in a configuration that is kind of a weapon that goes on his alt mode, and I'll show that. But it's easy. You take this. You also can use these as guns. He can hold them. They can be up here in beast mode or regular mode, and that's kind of a lot, so I just put it like this, and that's it. You have the box, which is fine, not spectacular. His beast mode is a little long to me. It's a little, I just remember him being stubby, kind of, I guess. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe it's just the G1 the G1 stuff, how they had to do it. Let's, I guess, compare him, since I have some bots here already. Here's MMC's protector bot. I don't have any. I wish I had a Computron. Here he is with a mainline blaster, just so you can see how tall he is. He does have some good paint accents here all over the place. Really, it has some good sculpt. I do like the way he looks, besides his head being too small to me. A lot of this stuff, like I said, the alt mode I don't really like that much. A lot of stuff doesn't tab in, it just sits there, like the heads and some the head here too doesn't tab in really. This stuff is kind of flimsy, but we'll get there. So let's do articulation. Head goes around 360. He can get side to side. He can get up about that much, and see, that's why I don't like when it doesn't tab in, and down about that much, which is really nothing. Arm, super limited. That's as far as it can go. Let me see. I guess if you wanted it to raise, you would have to do that. Just raise it around and raise it up, so it could go up and like this, depending. But then when you put it down, you would have to put it back right. 360, of course. Got double jointed, but it is a lot of stuff there, so get you like that. You got the bicep swivel, that's pretty tight on a mushroom peg. You have a hand that spins and it's just fixed. No ab crunch to No, and you can just spin it around. No skirts. Does do the splits on friction. His doesn't do the hurdles. He does the fast walks. That's it. The swivel is at the knee, so there's not really a thigh swivel. Knee goes farther than what I thought it would. Pretty good, pretty good. Foot gets the full rocker, and you have a toe tilt. Not really any up, and his heel spur goes up and down. To transformation. Transformation is super easy, super simple. Pull this out, push this down, put it in. Move his hands like this. Move this part up. Like that. And then just flip his hands in while the paws are coming out. And then you can move it like this, and flip this back down. And then his paws are like, here we go. Like that. Same over here. Simple enough. When I was pulling it up, I was trying to pull it on this. I just did it just now. It's just the front part. This is really tight. Behind the camera, it doesn't work too great. There you go. Like that. Spin this around. Waist parts. Now you have this. You can move these in. Move these in all the way and up. Move this out here like this. Move this out here on this. Now you're going to want to move it in, but you can't do it yet until you move this space to there. Now this is where I think it doesn't do too well. It's pegged on right here, and you just want to, you can kind of do like that and get it off and then move it up. But like I was saying, I don't think it goes up far enough. Like it should have went all the way up here and made a more compacted bot. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Flip this in like that. Now that this is up where it needs to be, I don't think it goes anywhere. Doesn't peg in anywhere. The legs peg together, but I don't think this actually like pegs in, so to stop it. But you can peg this up, then you can move this up here, peg it right there into there. There we go. And then just pull these legs apart and out and just get them situated like a beast. Same thing over here. Move that up there. Now you can move this and peg it in. Then let's move that out like that. Now make sure these are together, and then just flip the heads and situate wherever you want them. Now they don't peg in anywhere. The good thing with that is that you can kind of get them situated. They're on ball joints. You can just get them where you want them, like without unpegging them. But really that neck joint, getting that neck joint isn't worth not having a peg to me. Just looks unfinished. Again, old figure, CHUG figure, I know. So I could just be jaded from being a masterpiece collector. But here you go, and this is what I mean, like that's long to me. It should have had this gap at least up here, so this part could have been like up here pegged in, and all this, the leg part and the thigh and all the skirts and stuff would be hidden. That would be ideal to me. Maybe I have it wrong. I don't think so. I forgot his tails. So that's where these things come in, and you just stick them back here. So here we go. So now he's even longer. But he's not without his, can't be without his tails. So I'm cool with that. Articulation wise, of course, these can move side to side because they're on a ball joint here. Maybe that's why they didn't want them tabbed in. Like I said, I don't think that movement gives me enough to not have a tab. Then you got here, both sides are the same. And then you have here, so you can get it bent down about that much. You can get him up like that if you want to break up right here. Mouth opens about that wide. I do like that. Then you can get more expressive, like one screaming, one over here, like not, you know, and all the lures, they're like sentient. And all the lures with double-headed and three-headed dragons, like each head was sentient. So that's kind of cool. You got the same that you have in arm mode, and except for the foot. The foot has the claws that go up and down. And like that. And all the way around is a rocker because it's on a ball joint. So you do get a rocker. Back here, do you get a rocker? That's what I'm trying to test. No, doesn't look like you get a rocker. You don't get anything really. You get this, moves like that, and you get this that moves like that, so you can kind of sit down. He can sit down if you want him to. Train your dragon. I guess. I don't know what he's called. I don't know what this thing is called. I remember I had all these as a kid. One of the reasons why I need an Abominus. And last but not least, you can bring this in. There's two pegs. You can fold. I like folding this peg out because I like it back further. But you can fold that peg out and have it like up here farther. But these hit the arms. You can always move like the guns in the back, towards the back, I think. Yeah, you can move it like that if you wanted to. I like it to protrude. And you just plug it into that hole in the middle if you can. Good enough. So then you got this thing like that. That's okay. But then you can take these off, and he has 5mm plugs in the arms. So you can get something like that, or you can plug it back here. The back legs, if you want that. Like I said, he's pretty long. Longer than the car. All right, so that concludes this review, and if you enjoyed it, let me know. I'll get up with you in the next one. Peace. Don't forget my memberships. Join. You want to see unboxings? All right.
Life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.